Greetings from the Philippines. I'm Dr. Vivian Grace Hubahib, a faculty of Business Management, Education, Arts, and Sciences Department. And together with me is my co-researcher, Dr. Irene P. Hamora, the Director of Information and Communications Technology Center of San Pedro College. We are glad to present to you our study on technology integration and the extent of e-learning application in the teaching learning process among college faculty. Dr. Irene P. Hamora will present to us the objectives of the study, research methodology, and the profile of our respondents.
We have three research objectives. First, to align the goals and the vision and mission of the institution, particularly in promoting global competitiveness through better outcomes-based education. Second, to explore the level of technology integration among faculty across the departments and examine the range of issues covering technology, teaching and learning, and organizational issues, and make general recommendations that will promote a successful e-learning integration in the academe. Third, to promote the use of e-learning as an enabling factor for the implementation of the lifelong learning paradigm. Methods used in the study: mixed design, quantitative, and qualitative. For the profile of participants, we have a total of 35 participants, 3 from the Department of Pharmacy, 5 for physical therapy, 7 for the business management, 13 for the arts and science department, 7 for the medtech laboratory science department. For the level of the faculty's knowledge technology integration in the teaching learning process. In the levels of technology knowledge, 3.62, labeled as sometimes. In the pedagogy knowledge, the result is 4.14, labeled as often. For the level of content knowledge, 4.48, labeled as often. For technological content knowledge, 4.07, labeled as often. For pedagogical content knowledge, 4.23, labeled as often. For technological knowledge, 3.97, labeled as sometimes. For technological pedagogical content, 4.18, labeled as often. And the overall mean is 4.11, labeled as often. In the levels of technology needs of the faculty, in the e-learning content, it resulted to 4.29, labeled as valuable. For e-tutoring, e-learning, e-mentoring, 3.78, labeled as somewhat valuable. For collaborative learning, 3.72, it's somewhat valuable. For the virtual classroom, 3.65, labeled as somewhat valuable. The overall mean is 3.86, labeled as somewhat valuable. In terms of relationship between the profile and the level of faculty's knowledge technology integration in the teaching learning process, departmental assignment area. Technology knowledge, pedagogy knowledge, technological content knowledge, pedagogical content knowledge, technological pedagogical knowledge, technological pedagogical content knowledge. It resulted to a not significant, and there is one area which is content knowledge, resulted to is significant. For relationship between the profile and the levels of faculty knowledge technology integration in the teaching learning process. For length of years in service, all area resulted in a not significant. In terms of relationship between the faculty's level of knowledge integration and the faculty's level of technology learning needs, level of knowledge integration and level of technology learning needs resulted in a not significant.
These are the themes drawn from the focus group discussion on the views of the usability of technology integration in the teaching learning process. It was found out that there are advantages and disadvantages, inevitability, equipping and retooling, and supplementary. So another would be here, the themes drawn from the focus group discussion on how e-learning aid in the teaching learning process. One, it engaged students more in the learning process. It has become a complement for classroom learning, and it has established a dedicated classroom setup. And for our discussion, technology integration has already been part of the teaching learning process. The results of the study indicated that the teachers have already integrated technology and have become part of their tools. Their students have also been exposed to the teacher's teaching learning process. The e-learning is a revolution that is currently emerging because some readily available technology-assisted instruction applications can be found online. Some of them are free and others were sold. People find multimedia instructional content on the internet that is prepared by the experts. And this was also agreed by the participants that teachers have to go with the trend of educational technology. The e-learning content is a digital content that can be transmitted over a computer network such as the internet. So materials and presentation, audio, video are some of them that e-learning becomes a complementary mechanism to lifelong or remote learning. And usually multimedia content found on the internet is prepared by the experts. So the level of technology or the level of knowledge and technology learning needs does not have a significant relationship. This indicates that the faculty have been equipped with the knowledge, and their technology learning needs depend only on what is applicable for the delivery of the topic. This can be attributed to the idea that there are times that faculty may not need to use technology, but may necessarily need to have a face-to-face classroom meeting. So this calls for a blended learning where teaching learning process can be applied. The study concludes that the faculty has often integrated knowledge technology into the teaching learning process, and this implies that they have made it as part of their tools in their classes. So the e-learning content is a valuable technology needs of the faculty, and some needs such as e-tutoring, e-coaching, and e-mentoring, collaborative learning, virtual classroom are somewhat valuable. For our recommendations, based on the findings, the researchers recommend that one platform should be used as online dedicated classroom setup where teachers post lessons and activities and students open and submit their accomplished activities. And this can be a form of blended learning where students can continue to accomplish tasks online. Furthermore, the researchers recommend that the faculty needs more training to widen their knowledge in the use of technology. Exposure on the use of modern technology can help them master the procedure in the use of technology. The faculty has to have more training and e-learning applications in the classroom to make it more challenging and engaging. Another is that the faculty has to be part in designing a technology integrating concept so that they can suggest that they really need what they really need in their teaching learning process, because they are the ones who will implement new innovations. And these are our references. Thank you so much for listening, and we are now ready for your questions.